What's up, guys? My name is Crescent, and today let's talk about barcodes, a topic that almost everyone has trouble understanding. There's so many different confusing barcode terms like GS1, FNSKU, GTIN, UPC, EIN, SKU, ASIN, manufacturer barcodes, Amazon barcodes. I mean, that's enough to make anyone's head spin. So let's take a look at Amazon's policy, and I'll go over what each type of barcode is, where and when to use them, what the best options are, where you can smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and most importantly, where the best and safest place to buy the barcodes. And make sure to stick around until the end because I found the cheapest way to buy authentic GS1 barcodes directly from GS1, and you don't want to miss that. But first, I think instead of me just telling you what barcodes you need to use, it would be helpful if you understood what the different barcodes are. That way, you'll understand why you have to use specific barcodes for each situation. I mean, that's how I like to learn, and in my opinion, it's more important to understand why you need to do something rather than just learning how to do it. Okay, so first off, let's start with what is a barcode. A barcode is that black and white striped graphic you find on pretty much everything you buy. It's the same graphic that a cashier scans at the checkout counter when you go to pay for an item. This barcode is what identifies to the computer what you're buying, what the product is, how much it costs, how many of that product the store still has left in stock, and so on. So it would be safe to assume that every single product in the whole world would have to have a unique barcode. Otherwise, if I bought, say, a can of Pepsi and a tube of Colgate toothpaste, if they had the same barcode, you can see there would be some serious problems when I go to pay for them at the checkout counter. So now that you know what a barcode is, there's actually different types of barcodes. Some can actually be used universally all over the world, while others cannot, and some can only be used on Amazon's platform. Okay, so let's go over these different types of barcodes. First, the most common barcode here in North America is the UPC barcode. UPC stands for Universal Product Code. Throughout the rest of the world, you'll commonly find EAN barcodes, which stands for European Article Number. Now, without getting too technical, both the UPC and the EAN barcodes are a subset of what's called a GTIN number. GTIN stands for Global Trade Identification Number. So now that you're familiar with those terminology, let's take a look at the Amazon barcode policy. Now you can see here that Amazon specifies that we verified the authenticity of product UPCs by checking the GS1 database. UPCs that do not match the information provided by GS1 will be considered invalid. We recommend obtaining your UPCs directly from GS1 and not from other third-party selling UPC licenses to ensure the appropriate information is reflected in the GS1 database. And it also says here, important, all invalid product UPC listings will be removed and may result in your ASIN creation or selling privileges being temporarily or permanently removed. Now that might sound scary, but this policy hasn't changed since I started selling on Amazon close to 3 years ago, so it's not something that's new. But what Amazon wants you to do is buy your UPC barcodes directly from GS1, since they say they'll check the barcodes to see if they match what's in the GS1 database. So what is GS1, you ask? GS1 is a not-for-profit organization that develops and maintains global standards for business communication. The best known of these standards is the barcode, a symbol printed on products that can be scanned electronically. Over 100 million products carry GS1 barcodes, and they are scanned more than 6 billion times every day. Now, if we follow what Amazon is recommending, and if we hop over to GS1's website, you can see that GS1 barcodes cost $250 with a $50 annual renewal fee. So for some people, that can be pretty expensive, especially if you only need one barcode to get started on Amazon. Going the GS1 barcode route for $250 does get you 10 barcodes though. So if you have low risk tolerance, then it's definitely the safest bet, as you'll never have any issues with Amazon. However, there are options where you can buy GS1 UPC barcodes other than directly from GS1. Well-established resellers like Nationwide Barcodes or Barcodes Mania, for example, they offer GS1 barcodes at a much cheaper price, generally as little as $10 or even less when they have discounts. Now, I personally went this route with my barcodes instead of buying directly from GS1, and I know tons of other people also have done that and never had an issue. So if you're a little less risk averse, this is a way where you can save some money. All right, so let's hop over onto Amazon and we'll go over what the barcode terminology is and which barcodes you'll actually need. Now, when you go to add a new product listing on Amazon, the first thing it's going to ask you is to provide a UPC barcode. So you can see here, it's asking for the product ID. And when you buy your barcode, you're going to get the UPC version as well as the EAN version. So here, what I suggest doing is entering the UPC version. So select UPC, and then you can enter your new UPC barcode in this field here. So once you've entered your UPC barcode and created your listing, Amazon will automatically generate what's called the FNSKU barcode. This barcode is what Amazon uses internally within their ecosystem, and the FNSKU barcode isn't recognized outside of Amazon. The FNSKU is also called the Amazon barcode, and the FNSKU is the barcode that Amazon requires you to put on every single unit that you're sending in to sell via FBA. So if we jump into a shipping plan, we can see that it says here that this SKU is eligible for tracking by manufacturer barcode. And I suggest never using this option. When you do this, that means you're going to put your UPC barcode on every unit. And if anybody else, such as a hijacker, sells your product, they can use that same barcode. And then all of your inventory will get commingled together. And then you can't control the quality of your products. Okay, so always put the FNSKU because that'll separate your inventory from potentially anybody else's that ends up on your listing. Okay, so that's the Amazon barcode versus the manufacturer barcode. Now, an extremely common question that I get asked all the time is how many barcodes do you need? If you're only selling a single product, then you only need to buy one UPC barcode. When it gets converted to the FNSKU, that FNSKU barcode goes on every unit. And it's the same FNSKU barcode that goes on every unit. If you have more than one product or variation, like different sizes or colors, then you'll need a new UPC barcode for each different product or variation. So for example, if you're selling a t-shirt that comes in 2 colors, black and white, and 2 sizes, large and small, then you'll need 4 UPC barcodes, 1 for each combination. Okay? So if you want to learn more about which barcodes you need and how many you need to buy, I have a barcode flowchart you can download for free as well as a separate video on this, which I'll link to in the video description below. And now for a bonus that I mentioned in the beginning of this video. If you were thinking of trying to save some money by buying third-party UPC barcodes instead of buying directly from GS1, well, here's something for you to consider. I don't think it's worth it anymore to go that route because if we go back to the GS1 website and if we scroll up a little bit here, we can see that there's actually a new section that they've added. And if we take a look, it says start small with GS1. And you can see here it says a GS1 US GTIN can now be licensed for $30 and also says there is no annual renewal fee. Okay? So as you can see, at this price, it's just not worth it anymore to get barcodes from resellers anymore, or even get a GTIN exemption. So go directly to GS1 and have the peace of mind that you'll never have any issues with Amazon. Okay? So if you want to get in touch with me, you can find all of my contact details in the video description below, or I'd love to hear your thoughts. So leave a comment or question in the comment section below. I answer every single one. And as always, if you found value in this video, consider subscribing. And do me a favor, click that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It really would help me out a lot and I'd appreciate it. And make sure you ring that bell so you never miss a video. All right? Thanks for watching.